Hi, my name is Tim Bajan, and I'm going to give you a demonstration today of how you create your own RefCenter account, and then, after you've created it, how you can register with your provincial association. Let's move on straight away to the demonstration. The first thing you need to do is open up your web browser to refcenter.com. When you do that, you'll see this screen. In the top right-hand corner, you have the login window. This is the area that you will use in future visits to RefCenter to log into the application. If you've forgotten your password, we also have a Forgot Password tool just here. However, as this is your first visit to RefCenter, we need you to create an account. And the way you do that is to click on this Register button. Now, you should have been sent an email with the activation code. However, if you haven't got one, check with your club head referee or with your district referee coordinator. I happen to know what the activation code is, so I'm just going to type it in here. And I'll hit the Continue button. Now, it's important you get the right activation code, as different districts will have a different code. If you've got in successfully, you'll get to the registration page. We're going to register Robin Banks. So first of all, select the right name from the drop-down menu and then proceed to complete all the information for your personal details. When you've completed the form, hit the Submit key. The next page asks you to confirm your information, and as long as you're happy with it, hit the Confirm, and you've now created your own RefCenter account. Now that you've completed your account, you're now logged into RefCenter. Straight away you can see you have a warning message that your annual registration for the association is due. In this case, it's due for March 31st, 2012. It offers you a link to complete your registration. So let's click here and see what happens. Step 1 shows us a flowchart of what we can expect in the registration procedure. So take your time to look through each step so you understand the options and what you need to do to register with your provincial association. Once you understand that, click the Next button. The next page asks you to confirm your contact information. Now, in this particular case, we've just ended this just a few minutes ago. However, next year, you may well have moved house or changed your phone number, so it's time to confirm that the latest information in RefCenter is still accurate. In this case, it is, so I'm going to click Next. The next page is the waiver. In this case, it's the Ontario Soccer Association waiver, and they want us to read this, which of course we always do, and at the end we're going to say, I agree to the waiver. The next step shows me what I'm entitled to purchase. In this case, Robin Banks is a district referee, and the fees for that is $83. So that's what I'm going to purchase, so I click Next. Here's my order. You can see it says District Referee Registration, again at $83. And now I've got two choices. I can now pay now using an online credit card transaction, or I can click this button, and if I wish, I can send in a check with my registration form. In this case, the Ontario Soccer Association have a $5 service charge for this process, so it's actually cheaper to pay online. If I do decide to continue with the check and registration, however, I can click Next. Step 6 tells me what I must do now. It asks me to print out this registration form, so I'll click there to open it. And on this form, it's got the address of the association, plus how much I must pay, in this case $88 because it includes the administration fee. However, let's see if we go back, we'll take a look at doing the other option, which is pay online. I click the top radio button and then I click the next button. We now go into our credit card company. In this case, it's going to be PayPal. This is the Ontario Soccer Association PayPal account, and I've got two options here. If I have a PayPal account, I can use that. However, if I don't have one, I can use my credit card. I fill in my information here, and then once I'm happy with my information, I click Review and Continue. This will then process my credit card transaction, and when it's finished, I'll be registered with the association. Now, I'm not going to continue with the PayPal transaction. First of all, Robin Banks is not me, and secondly, he doesn't even exist. He's a referee we just added to the database for the sake of this demonstration. However, if I did proceed with the credit card transaction, PayPal would offer me the chance, when the transaction is complete, to return to the Ontario Soccer Association website. If I click on that link, I will return to Ref Center and be informed at that point that my registration is complete.